Hi, I'm Gary White, and this is Louisville Now, coming to you live from the Southwest Government Center. And my first guest for today is David Yates, who is the Jefferson County Clerk. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, well, thank you for having me here today.
And you're no stranger to this area, right?
No, I'm born and raised in the area and served on the Metro Council in this district, and then also got to represent this area in the State Senate.
And we might talk a little bit about this quilt you see behind us, because you have a connection there as well. But first, let's jump into why you're here, and that's to talk about the License to Vote contest through the County Clerk's office.
That's right. It's going to be an exciting contest. This is each year it gets larger and larger, and we increase participation. But what we're doing is we're allowing young people to really bring out that civic engagement. And the License to Vote is going to be an art contest. We allow 3 different divisions. So we'll have the K through 5, the 6 through 8, and then the high school division. We'll have 2 winners each, and they're going to have the opportunity to have some amazing prizes. The schools get involved, and we really just increase that voting engagement.
And that's really the purpose of it, is to get that word out there for people to vote.
That's right. I mean, the communities that are participating and involved, where you have responsible, informed civic engagement, are the strongest communities. And we know that by really activating young people, letting them know how important that is, and making it fun, and that participation, not only a civic responsibility, but something that is an opportunity and a privilege. If you can start that early, we know that we build stronger communities.
And I love the title for this event, because it's License to Vote. And voting and licensing for driver's license, or licensing for cars, they're 2 things that the county clerk does.
Yeah, well, we do a lot of licensing, and I like to let people know that we actually don't do driver's licensing, and that is probably one of the most misconceptions we have. But we touch people in so many ways, and so motor vehicle and Department of Motor Vehicles, you're right. So it's a play on words. It's been a fun way to kind of get people in the doors and get young people to participate and draw those pictures and hopefully increase engagement.
And even marriage licensing, because right across from Metro TV is actually located on the 1st floor in Metro Hall, right across from the county clerk, where we just saw a couple getting married, getting their license to get married today.
That's also a big privilege of the job. We do elections, which is so important, and we work through a lot of through the titles and your deeds and stuff. But sometimes when you see these newlyweds or people coming to be newlywed coming in, it's a nice perk of the job.
Absolutely. Yeah. And also, for the License to Vote contest, the piece of art that they're making is actually shaped like a license plate, correct?
That's correct, yeah. And it's the idea for them to let us know what voting means to them, why it's important, and it's really neat to see, especially the young minds, how they interpret it and look at it, and an opportunity to vote and draw that out.
And I think that's the theme, right?
It is.
What voting means to me.
Yes.
So what does voting mean to you?
Oh, wow. To me, I think it's the foundation of our democracy. It is the most important opportunity and privilege we have as a citizen to shape our future. To me, it's what it's all about.
Absolutely. And on a recent episode of Louisville Now, you talked about a special election that's coming up, so you can get some more information on that as well. People will have that opportunity. But for the kids, you said there are 3 divisions.
Sure.
There's going to be 2 first and second place in each of them.
Correct.
There are some great prizes.
Yeah,
so
over $6,000 in prizes, and not just prizes for the winner, the children there, but also for the teachers. That's a big part of their participation, and we appreciate that for each of the schools. But it ranges. I mean, I have a cheat sheet here because it gets bigger and better each year. But everything from batch tickets to DWP Louder Than Life to computers. Certificates to nice places to eat, the little loom houses, I mean, just on and on. Derby Dinner, Kentucky Kingdom, Louisville Racing Foundation. It's just on and on and on. And it's still coming. So we're still looking for sponsors to increase this participation. We need some additional corporate sponsors who are willing to really invest in this to make not just the prizes, but to increase engagement, because it really is important we invest in our young people.
Absolutely. And I think there's a deadline that's coming up for schools to take part as well, because obviously these kids are doing it through the schools in December, right? Can you tell us?
Yeah, we want to make sure that we have every school that wants to participate let us know by December 5th. And it is important that we have more participation. Each year we'd like to grow, but we don't want any child to be left behind. And I can guarantee you there's not a school in Jefferson County that doesn't have students that want to participate. So we hopefully will increase that each year.
Okay, so this is the License to Vote contest. It's going on for kids to take part, get the word out, encourage voters to take part in our system.
That's correct.
And telling us what voting means to them. So even though Some of them may not be able to vote yet by the time they're doing this, but many of them. But it's important for them to know when the time comes they need to vote.
Sure. We shape these young minds, and you let them know how important that civic engagement is, and so that we plant that seed. But I'll tell you one thing, when the kids come home and they say, we've had a mock election today, we talked about voting engagement, that's also contagious to the parents. Because at the end of the day, I know as a dad of 2 little girls, they look less to what we say and more to what we do. And so when they're looking at the parents' engagement as well, increases, and we're going to have this next generation of young people that'll be even more engaged, civic-minded, and we'll have a stronger Louisville.
And if you're interested in some more information, you can contact the county clerk's office to find out, right?
Always, it'll be there on the website. We look forward to answering any questions people have.
Now, before I let you go, though, I want to mention that you do have a close tie to this area in the Southwest Government Center.
That's right.
And that particularly this quilt behind us, right? If you were giving me a little history of when this quilt was made.
I was. This was well before my be able to serve, but this was back in 1987. And if you look into it, it's really neat to see all the different, community engagement. But my grandfather, who served 22 years in the House of Representatives, and him and my grandmother had helped start the Shelby Democratic Club. They also participated in some of this engagement. And I look up here and I see everywhere from our county commissioner, Darrell Owens, to some of the neighborhood groups that I got to represent on the Metro Council and in the State Senate. So looking around the Southwest Government Center, that's very special to me. I had my office down the hallway. I was one of the first people to join with the other council members and do a Southwest office just to be closer to the people. That's an important part of government service.
That's great. And we do want to mention here at the Southwest Government Center, there are offices for Jonathan Joseph as well as Crystal Best. They both have offices here at the Southwest Government Center. And I believe that even the clerk's office had some connection here. So there's a lot of history in this building.
That's right. In that office that our 2 council members use today, the real secret behind that was a storage closet that me and my legislative assistant came in here. We cleaned it out. We saw that Congressman Yarmouth had one down the hallway, and so we put our name on the door, and that's how that got started. They never kicked us out, and I love to see it still used.
Absolutely. Again, I'm talking with David Yates, who is Jefferson County Clerk. We're talking about the License to Vote contest. It's going on. Get your child involved in that program. Thank you very much for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
It's great talking with you.
Appreciate it.
We're right back with more here on Louisville Now. Stay with us.
Here is a look at one of our very own Louisville Metro veterans.
I served in the active duty Army in the 101st Airborne Division. My MOS was 11 Bravo. I'm the supervisor for Louisville Metro TV, and I've worked at Metro for 15 years now. To be an individual in the military, you rely on so many people, and everyone can step up and take the place of someone that goes down. And everyone here at Metro TV is kind of like that too. We can all get it done. My generation was kind of between major conflicts. I grew up with neighbors and friends who went off to Vietnam. They saw their number get called in the lottery, and kind of felt like my generation just hadn't contributed. The day I joined the Army, the Berlin Wall came down. So peace was breaking out everywhere. And then 2 years later, I found myself in the Desert Storm in the Gulf War. I did get to see Bob Hope at a USO show. So it was just like the newsreels from World War II. Bob Hope rolled up in a Humvee, not a Jeep, and got up on the hood and told some corny jokes. Being in the 101st and sharing that legacy and that history with the soldiers that came before me. The lowest low I ever had in the military, I just said goodbye to my wife. We were deploying, and knowing that she was just 100 yards away, but I wasn't going to see her until the end of this deployment. So she might as well have been 1,000 miles away. It was really hard. Thinking about that reunion and thinking about her got me through the deployment in a war.
Welcome back to Louisville Now. We're coming to you live from the Southwest Government Center, and now I'm joined by Sarah Kelley, who is the Communications Director for the Festival of Face, which is coming up this week right here in Louisville. So I want to get some more information about that festival, and it's the 29th year of this event, right, Sarah?
Yes, so this is our 29th event, and it was originally started 3 decades ago as an interfaith celebration here in Louisville. It has grown significantly since then to really encompass many cultures, many faiths, as well as many viewpoints on current events. So we bring people together for a wide variety of events, from panel discussions, workshops, spiritual practices.
So tell us the dates for the event.
So it kicks off Wednesday, November 12th, and then it goes through Saturday, the 15th, and it starts at the Cathedral of the Assumption with an interfaith celebration, and then it moves to the Kentucky Center.
Okay, and so Kentucky Center is kind of home base for the bulk of the programs.
Yes, so we transformed the Kentucky Center into a full festival campus.
Great.
And so we have, it's really an immersive experience. You can just go to one session, or you can go all in and spend a day, spend several days, and there's going to be stuff morning till evening.
So you've said this has been going on for 29 years.
Yes.
So tell us how this program gets started.
So originally it started as a celebration. The Cathedral of the Assumption, which is located in downtown Louisville, is a historic Catholic cathedral. And although it's Catholic, it's been an interfaith hub since it was built. And it had really fallen into disrepair. So a lengthy process was undertaken to renovate it. And at the culmination of that, they held an interfaith celebration. And that has grown, like I said, exponentially. It was such a hit, and it was so unlike anything that was being done really anywhere in the country that it gained a lot of national attention. And so now not only is it a local celebration, it is a national event that brings people, attendees as well as participants,
Right.
speakers from
Absolutely.
across the country.
And so every year there's a new theme as well, correct?
Yes.
So what's this theme?
So this year's theme is sacred belonging, and we really feel like, given the great division that is, happening right now in our country on many different issues, and really in our world, that this is an opportunity to focus on how to foster belonging and how to find places of belonging. So we're going to be talking about things like radical inclusion and really what it is you need to do to exude a sense of belonging.
Right. I want to mention that everybody belongs at the
Yes.
Festival of Faith, right?
Absolutely. So, and it's true, though. I mean, we open our doors to people of all ages, people of all viewpoints, and it's really a great melting pot of people, ideas, cultures.
So you said there's lots of sessions,
Yes.
so it's pretty much something for everybody.
There is.
But why don't you tell us some of the sessions that you're most aware of?
Sure. Well, like I said, if you have never been, a great opportunity to kind of just get a feel for what the vibe is going to be is the opening celebration, and that's at the Cathedral, which is a spectacular facility if you've never been. And that's free and open to the public Wednesday evening. It's going to be people of diverse faiths and backgrounds sharing stories of belonging and their personal experiences, as well as music, diverse music, uplifting music. It's really a celebration. And then on Thursday,
And what time is that?
that's 5:30 Wednesday.
5:30 Wednesday.
And then it moves to the Kentucky Center Thursday morning. And
Okay.
like I said, morning through evening, Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday morning, there's going to be sessions. And it's a mix of free and ticketed events. So festivaloffaiths.org, you can see the extensive schedule and kind of make your game plan, but we start every day with a diverse spiritual practice at the Kentucky Center, and that's open to everyone. We do ask that you register, even though that's free. And then we've got panel discussions, which are ticketed, and those are a mix of best-selling authors, scholars, faith leaders, and they're on topics of current interest.
Right.
Yes.
And you do have a program actually in
Yes,
your
I am
hands.
holding this program. So
Yes.
each year we produce a program that has a lot of complimentary readings and artwork about the theme. And so this year it's, like I said, Sacred Belonging. And so this is free to attendees, and it's a beautiful publication. So if you come down to the Kentucky Center, be sure and grab one of these in the lobby, which is also free. We transformed the lobby into a plaza. And so there's going to be interactive activities there as well. And we're going to bring in some nonprofit partners from throughout the community to be a part of this. The Muhammad Ali Center will be there. We're going to have Metro United Way has a big presence there. Their CEO is actually our co-chair, Adrian Johnson. So yeah, it's really it's a community effort and celebration with national prominence because people really love what we're doing here.
Absolutely. So it's community engagement. It's for the whole community.
Yes.
And the community can get involved. It's for all different ages as well. Tell us again that website.
Festivaloffaiths.org will have a rundown of all of the sessions, all of the speakers, as well as speaker bios. So I really encourage you to dig into that, even if it's someone you might not have heard of before. If you look at the background and the stories of some of the folks that are going to be on stage, I think you will, there is something for everyone. Just one example, we're going to have a Muslim chaplain from Cincinnati who's was detained by ICE recently for 73 days and then released. And he's going to share his story of belonging and how he's grappled with that and where he is now. We're going to have a Catholic bishop who came to the U.S. as a refugee from El Salvador and went on to become the first Salvadoran Catholic bishop. So a lot of personal stories, but then in the greater context of the theme of belonging.
Right, and there really is something for everyone.
There is.
With the belonging, as we mentioned. And before I let you go, I know it's going on for 29 years, and I want to ask, what do you get out of this most? What's your favorite part of this whole festival?
I think what has really struck me is it's a place where there are people obviously on stage talking, but the primary, I think, idea we try to hit home is to listen. And so even the people on stage are really actively listening to one another, and people in the audience are listening, and you can just kind of feel that. And as a result, people are absorbing this information and hearing things they might not have ever heard before, and people they disagree with. And I think it kind of, it changes people.
Great. Again, I'm talking with Sarah Kelley, who is a communications director for the Festival of Faiths. Yes. Again, tell us the dates for the festival.
November 12th through the 15th, starts at the Cathedral and then moves to the Kentucky Center.
Great, and one more time, the website.
Festivaloffaiths.org.
Great, and that's all the information that you need to have for the Festival of Faiths. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks so much.
Stay with us. We'll be right back with more here on Louisville Now.
Here's another fellow Metro employee who is also a proud veteran.
Frank L. Porter, 7 years in the United States Marine Corps from 1985 to 1992. Sea license gentleman, Gulf War veteran, served during the Gulf War. I was in the infantry in the Marines. The military helped pay for my school, and I just wanted to travel. So I've been to 4 different continents, 22 different countries. I've been all around the world, did 3 overseas tours, enjoyed myself. We worked hard, we played hard.
Thank you, buddy.
Gracias. I appreciate you. Learned so much in the military for leadership because you deal with people from different parts of the country, different backgrounds, different cultures or whatnot. As a leader, you have to be able to adjust to whoever you're leading. No 2 people are the same. So you really have to make sure that you can relate to anyone. Whatever problems come your way, your training that you received, you're able to use that training, that leadership training, management training, you're able to use that to where it benefits you in the long run. My degree is public administration. So when I applied at Louisville Metro, I applied for an administrative position. Then I was promoted to supervisor. I was a recycling coordinator, and now I'm the supervisor at Waste Reduction Center. When you're dealing with solid waste, you're dealing with the public, different parts of the city. It really helps you improve on your social skills and as well as interpersonal relationships. You maintained a lot of interpersonal relationships with the people I've met. These right here are build accounts. Just enjoy being at Louisville Metro government. Louisville Metro has definitely been wonderful to myself, to my family, and I really enjoy my time here.
Welcome back to Louisville Now. We're still coming to you live from the Southwest Government Center. I'm Gary White, and I'm now joined by Jennifer Rubenstein, who is the Executive Director of LIBA, which
Yes.
stands for the Louisville Independent Business Alliance,
Yes,
correct?
That's right.
Right.
Great job.
So thank you for being here with us.
Absolutely.
It's amazing the holiday season is starting. Well, it's already started probably for some people.
Yes.
But shopping is really going to go into
That's
full
right.
force. So we want to talk about LIBA
Yeah.
and shopping local, shopping small, but also about a special auction you have going on.
Yes.
But before we get into all that, tell us about LIBA. What does the Louisville Independent Business Alliance do?
Well, we've been around for 20 years. We celebrated 20 years this year. We're excited about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We've got kind of we're a twofold organization. We are educating the public about why buying local is important. So we're just reminding folks that when you spend your money at a local business, more of those dollars recirculate right here. And those businesses are kind of what keeps your neighborhood unique, makes your city feel like home, gives us a sense of community. So there's that aspect of it. None of our members have a national brand, so we kind of come together to have that stronger voice in the community. And then secondly, we have so many members, local businesses, small businesses. So we're kind of a chamber of commerce for them as well. We offer networking opportunities and health insurance discounts, that sort of thing.
Getting it all out there. And I do want to mention your shirt is kind of your brand. People,
right.
I'm sure, have seen the Keep Louisville Weird
Yes.
brand, right?
That's right.
And that's been something LIBA initiated?
Yes, well, John Timmons of Ear Ecstasy is one of our founders. So he had been to Austin where they had just started a very similar movement. It was, the age of the big box stores coming in. And so Holly Cook, a bookseller here, had
Yep,
just
I remember
closed. It was kind of a seminal moment in our Louisville independent business history. And so John had been, and they said, you should take this to Louisville. And so he, out of his own pocket, put up a billboard that said, "Keep Louisville Weird." And the rest is history. The organization had not started yet. People came to him, and he's like, "I just put up a billboard." But
20 years strong. Still
Exactly,
here, right?
yeah.
Exactly. So you mentioned that you have a silent auction going on right now
Yes.
with LIBA. Can you tell us a little about that auction?
Sure. Well, it's the Halloo Days silent
Days.
auction. Play out in Louisville there. So it's going to start here in about 30 minutes. It starts at noon.
Okay. Perfect.
So you can go to keeplouisvilleweird.com to check it out. It is a big fundraiser for us. And a lot, oh my gosh, over 100, I think we might have a record number of items in our auction this year, have donated. So you can get everything from a singing telegram to restaurant
Fun.
gift cards, soaps, earrings, handmade stuff, along with just gift cards. And we actually just got tickets to Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life for 2026. So
Wow.
a real variety of things you can get. You can jumpstart your holiday shopping, for your friends and family or for yourself, depending.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yeah.
You can always shop for whomever, right?
Exactly.
And now, how can people find this auction?
If you go to keeplouisvilleweird.com, we have something on the homepage right there where you can link through to the auction. And like I said, it goes live at noon. So right now you won't be able to get into it there, but at noon it's the big kickoff. Jump in,
Right.
bid often, bid early, bid often.
Exactly. And as we said, we are live from the Southwest Government Center here. But by the time you're seeing this, if you're watching this later, this auction will be up and running because it goes through
The 17th.
The 17th. Okay.
Yes,
So it's-
ATM on the 17th.
Okay, so it's running through the 17th of November. Get on there, check out all the different items that are available from the silent auction with LIBA. But as we mentioned, there's a whole lot going on. So we're getting ready for the holiday season. And a big day that you promote is Small Business Saturday.
That's right. Yes.
Can you tell us when that started and what you all are doing for that?
Yes. So I believe it was in 2010. It was an initiative from American Express to support some of those local businesses. And it's kind of grown from there. And we have decided to take advantage of that kind of national awareness to bring our members together. So we'll be launching this week a website that lets people know about what our various members have going on, specials, hot chocolate, etc. And then we're hosting an event as well here in South Louisville at the BA Colonial.
Okay.
So I love that event. It's very cozy. We'll have free coffee and hot chocolate. Lots of makers on hand, so handmade things, peanut brittle, soap, earrings, etc. Lots of great ways to spend a few dollars and keep those dollars recirculating, while you can also grab some lunch and watch some college football.
Absolutely, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. And as we mentioned, it is an organization for all of Louisville. So you mentioned you're having an event here in South Louisville, but you cover all the different areas of Louisville, correct?
We do. And actually, we have members from even our surrounding counties. So it's the Louisville MSA, but most of our members are located here in Louisville. So yeah, we come together to have that stronger voice and, just let people know about us.
Yes. We're at the Southwest Government Center. It's on Dixie Highway, and you have businesses all along that corridor, I'm sure, as well.
We do. We have businesses all over South Louisville. We've got the Floral Grind in Fairdale. We've got Sunnergoss and Beachmont. We try to keep our hands in everywhere.
And it's important to shop small and to shop local.
That's right.
Right. And why is that important?
Well, more of those dollars are going to recirculate, for one thing. So, the people who are spending at local businesses, that local business in turn is spending at local businesses, at accountants and printers and HR, et cetera. So, that keeps those dollars recirculating, that cycle of good. And then it's also supporting businesses that are really unique to our community. You don't find them anywhere else. So this makes it makes our community feel more like home. Local business owners are our neighbors. They have control over their charitable donations, et cetera. They're out there supporting the little leagues, all the things that you love about having a community member involved.
Yes. And it's really supporting, as you mentioned, home.
Yes.
So when you're shopping local, you're shopping small. Those people live here, they support you, and we need to support them as well.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And you can tell too with retailers, like the decisions are made here locally. It's not somebody across the country deciding what's going to be on the shelves. It's people who know their customers, who know their neighbors, et cetera.
So we talked about a whole lot of stuff that's going on with the Louisville Independent Business Alliance. And one we want to recap is the auction. The auction is going to be going through November the 17th.
Yes.
And how to find out how can people
KeepLouisvilleWeird.com. This.com.
There you go. KeepLouisvilleWeird.com. You can find out all the items that are available on that silent auction. And it's just kind of fun, too, to keep checking back and seeing if you're the top bidder and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, I know. And then just find some secret deals and all that stuff.
And it is, exactly, and it's helping LIBA, helping support other businesses as well. Small Business Saturday, as we mentioned, keep up to date on all the events that are going to be going on there. When is Small Business Saturday then?
It is November the 29th. That is the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So it's a nice little contrast to Black Friday and the mobs and the crowds and all of that sort of thing. On Small Business Saturday, you're not parking in the back 40. You're coming in to have this nice experience and shopping local. And I tell you, the snow today is really getting me in the mood.
Yes, exactly. It makes you want to buy.
Totally, exactly.
Good way to kick off your event for your auction, too. And there are over 850 businesses that are members of the Louisville Independent Business Alliance. Go out. If you're looking for something to buy, you can actually go on your website and kind of search for some of those services or businesses and kind of give you ideas. So there might be something you've never heard of, but that business has what you're looking for, right?
Yes. Yeah, we have a directory. It's searchable by keyword or by category. And then we also have gift ideas going out on our social media. So if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, keep an eye out. We'll be featuring a lot of our businesses who've submitted their kind of top sellers and unique ideas, so you can keep those dollars circulating and give that gift to your community as well as to your family and friends.
Absolutely. It's always helpful to get some ideas because sometimes I'll go shopping and I have no idea what I want to get.
Exactly.
And I appreciate that.
Yes.
So again, I've been talking with Jennifer Rubenstein, who is the Executive Director of LIBA, the Louisville Independent Business Alliance. Throughout our community, they are serving to keep small and local businesses up and running.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for joining us here on Louisville Now. We'll be back with some more in the future.